To make this skirt you will need super fine cotton yarn in any colors you want. I used Melissa Perle number 5, it's 100% cotton, for needles 2 to 2.5 millimeters, and this one ball it's 70 grams, so it's about 290 meters. I used 9 of them. 3 millimeters crochet hook, scissors, yarn needle and measure tape. Let's get started. First thing you should do is to measure your hips. I have 104 centimeters in my hips, so it's 41 inches. And this measurement, it will be the width of our skirt. So if we divide it per half, so we will have 52 centimeters of one side. Second thing is to make your granny. I will show you how in a moment. My granny has 8 rounds, 2 in each color, as you can see, and it has 12 centimeters, so about 5 inches of the side, but it's a little bit stretchy, so if I stretch it, it has without any problem 13 centimeters. So if I multiply 13 per 8 squares that I will use for my skirt, it will be 4 in the front and another 4 obviously in the back. It will be exactly 104 centimeters. So make your granny and you will see if to cover your hips you will need or more squares or less squares, or just you can make your squares bigger or smaller. First, it will depend on the yarn that you choose and of the tension, and also you can just make more or less rows. I want to make a long skirt, so I know that I have to use 8 squares to cover my hips and later 7 to make it long, so it will be 56 squares. Remember that this pattern is completely adaptable. You can make any size you want. You can make bigger or smaller squares. You can make more or less squares. It can be for a child. It can be for adult. It doesn't have to be a long skirt. Also, it can be a mini or a midi one. So everything depends of you. This is how I make my grannies. So start making a magic ring. Go, chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, and inside this magic ring make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Now chain 2, yarn over, and make 3 double crochet inside magic ring. One, 2, and 3. Now again chain 2, and inside magic ring make another group of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, yarn over and make the last group of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, okay, chain 2, push this tail to close the hole, and make a slip stitch in the second chain of the chain that you made in the beginning. Okay, it will look like this. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and in this hole make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Chain 1, yarn over and go to another gap, and inside this hole make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and here we will make a corner, so chain 2, yarn over, and in the same hole make another 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, go to the next corner, and again make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, chain 2 to make a corner, yarn over, and in the same hole again 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, yarn over, go to another hole, make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and in the same hole make again 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, and in this hole that we started make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and we will make a slip stitch in the third chain of this beginning chain that we made. Okay, but right now I will not make a slip stitch, I will just put my hook here because I will change the color, so I just cut this orange yarn. I will take a blue one, insert this tail here, okay, I will put this tail here to the back, just secure it, push a little bit, okay, and now I will work exactly the same way like before. So chain 3 to begin this round, yarn over, insert here in this hole, make 2 double crochet, okay, chain just 1, go to another hole, this in the middle, make 1 group of 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, go to another corner, and again like we did before, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and again 3 double crochet. So we will work exactly the same way all the time, not only to the end of this round but also in the next ones. So to make corners, we will make 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet, and just to go from the corner to the side we just chain 1. So here again we will make 3 double crochet, chain 1, and we go to the next corner. Remember that you will finish in this hole making just 3 double crochet, chain 2 and slip stitch to the 3rd chain, this that you made in the beginning. So this is our square finished. As you can see, I used 4 colors, but obviously you can make only 1 color or make every round, because I was using 1 color for every second round, that you can use just 1 color for each round or make any color combo as you want. Now it's time to weave in all the tails, as you can see, and we will block our squares. As you can see, I weaved in all the ends, and now it's time to block our squares. It's optional, but our skirt will look better if we block squares before sew them. So you have a few options. You can, for example, put your squares into the water to have them wet, and later just pin them to the piece of cork or foam and let it dry. Another option is to use a steamer or just an iron. As you can see, there is a big difference between this one and the blocked one. So as I said, I just ironed it, and now it's time to sew our skirt. Now we will start to sew our squares. So just take 2 of them, face up, and this one, just flip it and put on the other side to make a sandwich, and we will sew this part. Okay, take a long thread and put it on your yarn needle, and we will start to sew from behind. Insert your yarn needle into this second chain that you made in the corner, and also from behind insert it in the same second chain. Obviously it will be upside down from the another square. Push, and I will just make a little knot and later weave in this tail. And now we will just sew 2 squares together, stitch by stitch. I will show you my little trick to be sure which stitches I have to sew together. I will just put, you can use it to a stitch marker or test it to stick here in this stitch between this before this gap, and in the same place in the another square. So now I will know exactly how I have to sew. I will put a few more sticks. Trust me, it will be really easier and quicker to make it. So it's really worth it. Okay, remember, insert yarn needle from behind. Okay, again from behind. I will enter in both loops. Okay, take out the stick or stitch marker, and just continue like this. When these 2 squares are finished, just put near to another square sandwich and just continue with the same thread. When your skirt starts to look like this, just again fold it and continue sewing to the end to have all the squares done. My skirt looks like a blanket right now. I've already weaved in all the ends, so now just fold it. Okay. And I will sew just these 2 squares together because I want to leave the rest of this part open. It will be on my left leg and I just wanted it will be a little bit more sexy. Before we start to make a waistband, as you can see, our borders are very irregular as we sew the squares together. So I will make 1 row of just granny stitch all over. I will insert my hook here, grab my main color yarn. Here we go. Chain 3, yarn over, insert your hook somewhere here between these 2 squares. Doesn't matter exactly where. Okay, make a double crochet, yarn over, make another double crochet in this second hole of the second square. Okay, it will be our first 3 double crochet group, chain 1, yarn over, and make a group of 3 in the next one. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and make a group of 3 double crochet in the next gap. Continue like this all over to make a nice row of granny stitch. Before you continue to the next square, in this last gap, make exactly the same that we made here in the beginning. So just make 1 double crochet in the gap, another double crochet make between the 2 squares, okay, and the last double crochet make in the next gap. Chain 1 and continue just making groups of 3 double crochet. I just finished this row, so I just make my last chain 1 and I will make a slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the chain that I made in the beginning. Okay, here we go. Just cut the yarn. And that's all. Our border now looks really nicer and it will be a perfect base to make the waistband. Insert your hook in one of the stitches. I will insert my yarn. Here we go. Chain 1 to secure it. Push it. Okay. And now the height of your waistband will depend only on you. I will make 13 stitches. So I will chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think it will be enough for me. And chain 1 more additional chain. Okay, and now we just have to work single crochet to the end of the chain that we made. I've just finished my 13th single crochet and I insert my hook into the next chain of our border of the skirt. Just make a slip stitch, insert your hook into the next chain and also just make a slip stitch. Flip your work, and now starting in this stitch we will make another row of 13 single crochet, but working only in back loop. So we'll just insert our hook here only in back loop and we'll make single crochet, again back loop, single crochet, back loop, single crochet. Continue like this to the end of this chain. In the end of this round, just chain one and again flip your work and make 13 single crochet working just in back loop. 1, 2, 3. So again to the end of this round. So again, after making 13 single crochet or the number that you chose for your waistband, we are here again. Make a slip stitch in the next chain of your skirt and again another slip stitch in the next chain. Flip your work and again start working 13 single crochet, and we will work like this all around our waist. So remember, just make the number of the stitches that you wanted for your waistband. I have 13. Chain 1, flip, make again 13 or the number that you chose. Make 2 slip stitches in the border of your skirt, flip it and again make 13 or any other number that you choose. Just continue like this to the end of this round. As you can see, I just finished my elastic band. Okay, just make a slip stitch here. Okay. Cut the yarn. And I will just sew these parts together. Now you can see the difference between hips and waist. If this difference is still too small for you, you can just use some elastic band like this one, but thicker, and just sew it here from behind. To finish the bottom of our skirt, we will make exactly the same that we did here in the top. So just make a round or more if you need of granny stitch, so just groups of 3 double crochet in each gap. So we will make it here all over, and it's very important that first you put your skirt on to see how many rounds of this granny stitch you will need to have it as long as you want. As you remember, my skirt is not sewed on this side, so I will just start to make my bottom border here in this place. I will insert the yellow yarn. Okay. Chain 3. And in this gap I will make only one double crochet more, so not a group of 3 but only a group of 2. I think it will look nicer here. Chain 1 and go to the next gap and make a group of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, chain 1. Remember that when you will pass from one square to another one, here you will make, in this gap, the last gap of the square, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet somewhere between here and the 3rd double crochet in the first gap of the next square. Chain 1 here and just work as usual. I came to the end of this round. In the last hole, as you can see, I just made 2 double crochets, so exactly like I started. Now I will chain 3, flip my work, and I will make another round of this stage. I think to start it, the best idea will be just make 2 double crochet in the hole. 2. So it will look like the first group of 3. Chain 1. And I will make exactly the same all over this round. I finished this round exactly like I started, so by making this group of 3 double crochet, I made 2 double crochet in the gap and the last double crochet in the 3rd chain of the previous row. And now I will just flip my work, and to finish it I will make a very loose slip stitch all over my skirt. The border with slip stitch is very easy to make, but I think it looks nice and clean. And during the process I made a little change. As you remember, I left all this part open, but instead of sew only 2 squares, finally I sewed 1 more because when I put it on, I didn't like it. And this is all. I would love to see your skirts, so if you make one, you can post it on Instagram and please tag Toffee Fields. Thank you for watching and see you next time.